Shit,
bro.
you gotta fucking warn me. Holy shit. Huh.
Jump into it.
Gonna have a
I
fucking
keep forgetting that that's like
heart
my
attack.
bit.
Jump.
You're the bitty baby.
I don't know why I keep doing that. It's like my behold.
Observe.
We rejoin the Soul Seekers as Quinn and Nova sit up into the small hours of the morning, waiting for Rubicon and DG to return from the long dark. May having retired and Koigrim being passed out in the corner, the two while away the hours, sharing bits of their past and philosophizing on the meaning of success. The next morning, Rubicon receives a message to report to Uplink Kravis, and inspecting him, May notices symbols in his eyes. Nova deciphers this to say Unit 2387, Agriculture Support Unit. Each new piece of information only leading to more questions. As the morning moves on, Koigrim joins Nikita in the kitchen and Quinn begins busking. Nova catches the eye of another Dragonborn, a rare sight in this region. Encouraged by May and Rubicon, she approaches him. He reveals that he's tracking cultists, members of the Igneous clan, which Nova had also dealt with. The two exchanged information, and the Red introduced himself as Koshik. After spending a slow and almost normal morning, and hitting the blacksmith on the way out of town for a rat-sized sword and 10 knives, the party leaves Lachlan's Rest for the second time, with new friends and new goals. As the Soul Seekers are walking down the path, a huge boulder lands nearby, showering May and Quinn with rubble, and the party endures a grueling battle with a swamp troll, but not without casualties. The party's familiars were lost in the conflict. While May's ritual went as expected, Quinn falls into some sort of trance. With his body convulsing and the party gathering around their catatonic friend, his eyes flicker open, revealing them to be a soft, glowing pink. And that's where we pick up tonight!
So, the rest of you, what you have essentially seen from
You are
You
the
are
quietest you've ever been.
super quiet.
No! Sorry, y'all. Is this better?
You're
You're muted now.
Now you're muted, Jim.
Sorry. Is this better? It's still quiet?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. It shouldn't be.
Now you're muted.
That's so weird.
Oh,
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 Oop. Better?
nope, nope, muted.
Muted.
Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. Every time I click on OBS to change the levels of my thing, it mutes me here, and then I forget, and then... Sorry.
Gotcha.
Is it better?
Good now.
It looks like I'm maybe a little bit too loud now. Or am I?
I think you're also echoing.
I'm so sorry.
Let's just-
Is this better?
Let's just keep you off of, like...
are you trying to adjust your OBS levels in order to adjust the volume for us in Zoom?
No, for stream.
Okay.
Am I quiet still?
No, you're
Okay.
good.
Let's just call it good.
Yeah, let's not worry about the push to talk anymore. That seems to be causing too much problems.
Okay, okay.
It'll just, we'll figure it out. We'll just go.
Okay. So, sorry about that, buddies. And Penny, welcome in. So, all of you, as Quinn and May sat down to sort out their familiars, May worked and got Fable back as normal. The rest of you saw Quinn essentially pass out. Quinn, you awake. DG is curled in your palm, slowly stretching, popping his little bones.
Have we noticed that Quinn's eyes are that distinct pinkish color?
I would suppose, Quinn, as your eyes flutter open, if the rest of you are looking at his face, it's clear to
Yeah.
see.
I'd say Quinn's eyes are normally like a lilac hue, like a drow sort of like lilac hue, but with this, his eyes are almost like glowing at this point, like they're constantly under like the effect of a fairy fire, and he's just kind of holding DG, and there's just like the slightest frown on his face as he's just kind of like staring at the ceiling.
The sky.
The sky, yeah.
Hey, Quinn. Hey, buddy. You okay?
Yeah. Well, I got DG back. So that's,
What pink eyes you have, grandmother.
it did come with a price.
Oh,
Muted.
it just says what happened.
DG, so he made a reference to this before, but DG isn't actually from here, per se. He's actually from the Feywild, and I had a visit with a certain Lord of Flowers, who required a trade to get DG back.
Oh, okay.
You.
That made your eyes.
You were one of the staunchest protectors of my soul, and you have sacrificed your own. I don't imagine that's something you're comfortable with.
Not entirely, no, but
Also, DG is from here.
he, the Lord of Flowers said that he belongs to the Feywild.
Yes. I was born in the Feywild.
Huh.
You awakened him there. Is that right?
No, I believe I awakened him in
Asteria.
Asteria.
So what happened in the Feywild?
It's just where DG was from.
When I awoke, was born, was it not that place? It felt like that place. It smelled like that place.
Whenever you made him a familiar.
Yeah, the familiar
Ah,
made him a familiar, and
It made him into a spirit. Kind of?
kind of, I guess. But when DG died, he returned to the Lord of Flowers, and I offered my soul to bring DG back.
Are you okay with that deal?
It's what DG wanted. DG wanted to be back. Right, buddy?
Yes, and now we can continue on our journey. And now we are from the same. Yes?
Yeah, I guess. I don't feel great about how it happened.
Yeah.
it,
I don't love that it's like a little bit of extortion. I don't know. Like, I get that to have someone you love back, you had to give it up. Is there, if you traded it up, can you trade it back?
I don't know. I looked at Koigrim. I don't know how easily one can get out of this.
well,
What do I understand about my deal? Because I think the time that I spent in the Grove would have been a time where I asked a lot of questions.
Certainly. Your understanding of the deal that you made with the Lord of Flowers is that you are not his servant. You are not his slave. But your soul is his. And whenever you perish, at whatever point that may be, in the mortal realm or in Terminus, you will return to him to serve him eternally, is the deal. And all of the fireflies in the area were the spirits of other souls. Not every soul manifested as a firefly.
Right.
There were others, and Bale, who you had many conversations with in that time, indicated that, like,
I do remember.
the more influential and kind of powerful the soul, the more autonomous kind of form they took in the Feywild.
Well, and those people who manifest as Morgan fireflies are frequently sent out again to, like, do more things among the planes, but specifically in service to the Lord of Flowers, correct?
So, those others were often sent off into the Feywild. You did not know them to ever leave the Feywild.
Oh, sure. Okay, cool. Would I have asked... I think Kogan would have been curious and asked very gently what kind of, like, is there a way to undo the deal? But not in a way that he... I think that he would have expressed very, very sincerely that he's not interested in ending his deal.
Mm-hmm.
But what... Is there a contingency or something like that?
Make a retroactive persuasion check
Sure.
for Koigrim.
So flat 15.
That's pretty good. So, when you inquired of whether others had broken their deal with the Lord of Flowers, Bale would have indicated that yes, people have. And when asked what happens, he indicated, well, whatever was given was taken back when the deal is done, or reneged on.
So in the case of asking for the Lord of Flowers to facilitate travel back to Terminus and trading a soul for such a thing, if the deal is broken specifically, then does it become as if it never happened, or does it become or do the people that were sent through said portal get yoinked back, kind of a thing?
Bale would have been a little bit vague about it, but he would have told you essentially, like, it's extremely simple. The Lord of Flowers does not really... He's not vengeful. He doesn't punish. They are a spirit that is very matter-of-fact. And it's very, like, bullet point, like, I gave you this, you promised this. You take this back, I take my thing back.
Okay. I think Koigrim would have asked one more thing, which is that, like, is there such a thing as exchanges?
The answer to that would have been yes. He would have indicated that the Lord of Flowers, while cold seeming, will hear out most things.
Okay.
The Lord of Flowers is motivated by the idea of what can be gained.
Okay.
He's not, like, opportunistic is not the word, but he's not one to shut down potentially, like, better deals.
Okay. Koigrim, I think, all of that to say, Koigrim kind of, like, thinks for a moment, and then I think takes a deep breath and just goes,
Deals can be undone, and the things that were gained will be lost. Deals can be changed, and things can be exchanged. The Lord of Flowers is always willing to hear another potential avenue for a relationship. He's not mean-spirited. I think he is interested in the perpetuity of the grove. And I just have always viewed you as a very independent person, so I don't want you to feel like you're being confined in any way. As long as you are alive, you will not have to do anything that you do not want to. It is when you die that the deal takes its form.
Yeah.
But what about now that DG has been paid for, so to speak? What if DG, dies again? Is it just like he's been paid for, or would it have to happen again?
I would imagine that you would have to pay another transaction. I do not pretend to know what the Lord of Flowers would desire in exchange besides more devotees, but it's unclear.
I think that... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm not. I don't feel like I'm. I don't know. I would have taken that trade for any one of you, and I think that it's not a big deal, like you said, Koigrim, until I die. I would like to back out of it, but I definitely wouldn't offer anybody else to that. And it's not, I know he's not malevolent, but I mean, sometimes you gotta call a spade, and I made a huge decision here under the gun, so to speak. And I can use that phrase just because I've seen a gun before.
We'll find a way to get you out of it.
Let's focus on Koigrim's family first. Sorry.
Sure.
Oh. I was just gonna ask, for an exchange, would the new soul have to agree? Just realistically, we have a lot of death in front of us. Okay.
That is generally the idea. I am hesitant to entertain the idea of sacrificing people or things or animals or anything in the name of the grove. I do not think it matches the mission statement, the intent of the grove. It is meant to be a place of solace and peace, a refuge, not a prison.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling worse about it than it actually is. We can come up with something in the future, but for now, all that's really happened is I've got pretty glowing eyes, and I've got DG back, so it's worth it in my eyes.
As you're saying this, Quinn, the shock of the moment kind of passing, viewing your friends, taking in the forest again, you and Koigrim both, Koigrim, as you've kind of felt this whole time, having entered this forest, the sense and the sounds of the woods unfold before you in a way that they kind of just haven't before. You've always heard the wind in the trees, but it feels like breathing now. You see the trees, but now you smell sugar maple, birch, aspen trees all around you. The words are just there in your mind. You know them, you know friends. You smell witch hazel, spice bush, all sorts of stuff just in the forest around you.
Quinn, you remember
I think at this point, Corgan would have helped Quinn up, stand, right?
I like to imagine Quinn has just been laying on his back staring at the sky.
Right. Um,
you remember when you came with me, when you and May came with me to the rock? There were moments where I faltered. Plain, I would have failed. At least to some degree. I was assisted and helped by the Lord of Flowers. He helped my mind clear so that I could see a memory that had been long lost. You were right, in that he took advantage of a situation in which you were in dire need. And I do not excuse it. Do not think it is good to do to people on a regular basis, or at all. However, this is not a one-way deal. It is not something that you will owe payment. That's all. I don't know if you feel it, but I can feel the trees and the earth. We were on the island. I felt the knot, the twisted mangling of horrible energy. I did what I could to soothe it. That connection, I believe, is something that's afforded to us now because of the Lord of Flowers. Is it a good trade for a soul? I think it's something you need to decide. But I would tell you, I thought the same. I thought that my soul was forfeit, and I rescued a friend's loved one, and that was the end of it, and when I died, I would serve the Lord. That is not all he does. And I was wrong. There is so much more. I understand if you do not wish to share in this relationship, and I will do everything in my power to change the nature of things, if that is what you wish.
I guess I'm still just kind of in shock about it. But I know what you mean about feeling the trees and the. There is some reassurance in knowing where your soul goes when everything's done, you know? But I don't know. I just thought I'd find that out
When you died?
more serendipitously.
Well, not all things are so deterministic, and not all things are so serendipitous.
And
At the
it's
very
not
least.
done yet.
It's not done yet.
It's not done yet. And should you stay the course, you will have a friend there.
I gotta think about it. I'm
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sold on the whole thing yet. I imagine the dude's got some ulterior. He's got a reason for wanting to do what he's doing. Outside of I don't know. I would just think, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and maybe this is just suspicion, natural kind of suspicion and doubt. For now, DG's back. I'm back. Everything is as it was, and I didn't give up anything huge. Well, immediately huge.
Sure.
And if my eyes look anything, I mean, I can't see my own eyes, but if my eyes are anything like yours, then
they're lovely.
and they're lovely. So I gotta think about it.
Of course.
I appreciate the support. Thank you guys. But I would like to enjoy the evening for now, if that's okay, and think about this later.
Sure.
We can just celebrate DG. He's back.
He's
a
back.
hero with a legendary story of returning from the grave.
Is it technically my birthday?
We can celebrate like it's your birthday.
Birthday! He does a little scamper.
Could we make like a cake or something? Do we have stuff for a cake? Like a little cake.
Hold on.
And Kirkland like goes into his bag. I think at most he should have like 1 egg,
Oh yeah.
like maybe like a cup and a half of flour. He's done a lot of like cooking and trying to like grab things as we're going, but like
I think I could. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a cake together.
starts going at it.
Make a survival check with advantage to see how good of a cake you make.
Hey.
With no oven.
There's a fire.
21.
It comes out beautifully. You even get a little bit of icing for it.
I still had a smidge of powdered sugar. I made it into this nice icing kind of a, anyway, yeah.
I'm imagining it like this big. Like a little itty bitty cake.
Maybe,
It's
yeah, maybe like cupcake sized.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just kind of, I offer it to DG.
He is deeply pleased and scampers around and offers little rat-sized handfuls to everybody else.
No thanks.
Rubicon takes it and just like pushes it against his head and just
Turn into something that can eat, and then.
Oh, well, I already did this. Okay.
You could have turned into a rat and then shared the cake.
Oh, why didn't you guys tell me that? I didn't even think about that. Dang it.
You can have my piece.
Okay.
I'll turn into a rat and then go.
I'm not going to eat this up.
I imagine it's a full-on Tom and Jerry where he eats it and turns into the shape of the cake.
Oh, yeah. So, as you all settle in and have a little death day party, is there anything else that you all wish to do with your evening before winding down? Yes.
I would like to, when we have a quiet moment, like kind of just sneak off with DG and just like sit underneath a tree. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Happy birthday. Death day?
Thank you.
Happy birthday?
I don't really know.
Okay.
I guess both.
Both, right?
Both sounds good.
Okay. We didn't really decompress about what happened back there with the troll.
Mm-mm. What is the Feywild?
It's weird. I don't know a lot about it. I've done a little bit of reading about it. It's kind of like a it's like a nature-y version of here, if that makes sense. It's like if here, it's like a lawn that doesn't get cut.
All wild.
All wild.
Like the place in the mountains. Is that the Feywild?
Place in the mountains.
Where you cast the spell with the rocks? The shiny rocks?
Oh, I think there's probably like a connection there. There's places where like it's closer. There's places where it's closer than in other places.
It smelled like the place in the woods, with the fireflies.
Yeah. Is that home? Is that home? That's, would you call that home for you?
Both places, I think.
Was it?
I wasn't
was it
sure
nice?
if they were the same.
I don't know if they're necessarily the same, but I think they're connected for sure.
I think so too.
Was it? Did you like being there? Did you like being a firefly? Do you remember it?
I remember. I was with the big one, and
Yeah.
there was that thing, and this green stuff washed over me, and I felt hot for a second, and then very, very cool. It was nice.
Yeah.
And suddenly I was floating, like when you do a swim.
Mm-hmm.
Only I was not in the water. I was in the air. It was nice. But we aren't heroes yet.
I guess not.
We're not done, right?
We're not done yet. No.
I don't want to go back until we are done.
Me neither.
What did you
I-
give?
I gave him my soul. My that part of me.
That's what lets you speak and think. It's the thing you gave me.
Yeah. But not until not until I die.
Like I did.
Yeah, like you did. Hopefully not like that, but yeah.
I have a lot of souls to give back to you. You gave me a soul twice, and gave him your soul for my soul. That's 3 whole souls.
Oh man, you don't owe me anything. I I put a lot on you. And I think a lot of people kind of questioned um whether or not in giving you the things I've given you were good things. Um I think they are. Um I just I don't know. I feel like you deserve it. Um,
Really?
yeah, you're selfless and you're kind and you you help everyone at a moment's notice.
I just do what you do.
Thanks. Let's keep taking care of each other, okay?
I would like that.
Um, that being said, I that was my one soul that I have. Uh, so I can't really do this again
Okay.
in a way. So we got to be a little careful.
So no more splashy baths.
No more splashy baths. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna make you. I think the next time this happens, we should. Well, I was able to talk to you while you were there, so I will. he- I guess next time. Did you like being there?
in the Feywild.
Yes.
I didn't like being away from you and everybody. It made me nervous knowing what was going on when I left. I like it. I like it's okay. It feels good to be there. Like being home, but it's not more home than everyone here. Are you asking if I'll be okay to go back?
If it happens. The truth is, the truth is, buddy, you're a little rat. You can only take so much punishment. You know what I mean?
Well, you all take hits. I've seen you all take hits, especially the really big one.
The big one. Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah, headshot.
Why and how?
Well, training mostly. I think that you know, we're all different. Like Koigrim can take a lot more hits than all of us, but that's only because he's trained to do it, you know?
So if I do training, maybe I can take hits.
Yeah, with like maybe like with your sword and stuff like that. Maybe with your sword and your vest, maybe you'll be able to take some hits. I don't know what that would look like at all, honestly. I'm trying to imagine it, and it seems pretty crazy.
Well, I've heard lots of people say a talking rat is crazy. So why not a fighting rat?
Why not a fighting rat? A little rat buddy. Okay. I guess Nova said she would teach you, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's make it a little more official then.
Tomorrow?
Well, let's check with Nova and make sure that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I promise her time. But you have to call her sensei though.
Sensei. What is a sensei?
Like a master.
Woo! Okay,
Yeah.
I can do this.
Like a teacher, not like a
Sensei.
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 Yes, sensei.
Yes, sensei.
Yep.
I can call her this.
Okay. Awesome. How do we feel about what we've talked about?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel excited.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna try to make sure you're not getting thrown haphazardly into danger.
Okay.
You gotta work with me on that a little bit, buddy.
I can let you know if something looks like it's going to be a little much for me.
Okay. And I pick him up. I give him a little kiss on his head.
He gives you a little whisker sniffle.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back. I'd ask Nova in the morning for
Cool.
sure. Okay. And I give him scritches and then head to bed.
Beautiful. The rest of you, anything? Quadrim.
I would love to also like find some time, like not like off on my own necessarily, but apart from the group, and try and like meditate and make some kind of connection with the Lord of Flowers.
Okay.
Just to kind of like, hey, I kind of want to talk about my friend joining the Grove. They're not someone who really, I think, likes these kinds of deals. Would there be anything that I could do for you to maybe win him back his soul? Is there something that I can do?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check to see if you can establish contact with the Lord of Flowers first.
Sure. Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. That's so bad.
You try and try. It's not coming to you tonight. It's too hard to focus. As you try to like focus on your breath and the world around you, you just become aware of the land and that feeling of like holding its breath that the land seems to be like caught in, almost like the land around you is wincing.
Restless. I guess we'll talk another time.
And I think he would find his way to sleep.
I would like to actually find Corbin.
Wait, unmute yourself.
Who does he lay?
Know yourself.
So I was just, seeing Corbin like wander off. After a while, they would just kind of like move in that direction and just kind of like come upon him there. This is like-
Hot. But I think that May would probably arrive like as he's kind of like very visibly like tense and frustrated that he's not able to facilitate the connection that he wants to tonight. I think that it's not directed at anyone, but it's very clear like he's like internally like frustrated.
Oh. Hi. Sorry, I didn't hear you come up.
No, no, I was trying to think of how to announce myself, and
I think he was sitting on the ground, kind of like legs open in front of him, kind of leaning forward on them, and he kind of like, oh, hi.
She's just kind of like half standing out from behind the tree.
What can I do for you?
So when we were in Nero, Iam gave me something, and I've been thinking maybe that it would be helpful to you. And she's gonna like pull out from behind her back just like a baseball sized little glass orb.
I don't do magic.
Well, the great thing about this is that it is already magic.
Oh,
And-
okay, like my boots or my necklace.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this allows you to see someone far away, and I wondered if maybe you wanted to try and see Agate.
Um. Um. um, Oh. Sorry, I was I was already very emotional tonight, and this is unexpected.
Well, I don't talk a lot, so I haven't really brought it up.
Is that is it only once?
No, but it is not a guarantee it will work. It's kind of well, if you have anything of hers, this might sound weird, but a part of her would really help if you happen to have like a lock of hair or anything like that, but like a possession too.
He like takes off his ring. He goes,
This was hers.
Okay, well, you can hold on to it, but we'll use it. It will help.
How can I do this?
So I think if we just kind of sit here, and May will kind of gingerly come over and sit in the grass next to, like, in front of him, and just like gently set the ball down. You know, maybe if you put the ring just on the ground here near it.
Okay.
And maybe we can hold hands. I don't know, that might help. I'm still familiarizing myself with this, but you know.
Okay.
May's
Sure.
like regular person hand and Koigrum's gigantic fucking ham hand.
I wish I had a prop so that I could have like the little like hand that can fit on your finger.
Okay, this will be my first time doing this, so we'll see how it goes.
Great.
And then we're just gonna cast Scrying. The ring will give her a -4 to her save. The fact that I have only heard of her will give her a +5. So it washes out to a +1. And my DC, slap my ass.
You said so.
Wisdom. It's a wisdom save, and May's DC is, I think it's 18. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a DC 18 wisdom save.
That is a failure.
Okay. So as we sit here, Koigrim, May just kind of like closes her eyes for a moment, and the air around the both of us becomes frigid. Breath is coming out in clouds, and slowly an image of agate appears.
So, Koigram, all before you is fire and choking ash over Agate's shoulder. Her shoulders heave and heave again as she pulls her axe free from the now still body of what looks to be some kind of lizard dragon creature made of lava and black rock. This black blood kind of dripping and smoking off of her axe. As she pants, the sounds of battle are heard around her, and it looks like an expanse of dirt, kind of like what you would see either on a beach or in a gladiator's ring. Evidence points to the latter as she kind of looks up, and there are these solid, very, very tall, 50 feet maybe, walls before her after this like expansive stretch of dirt and sand. She looks around. The image is focused on her, but other sounds of fighting and grunts and wails can be heard. And one by one, the sounds kind of die out. Wails turn to moans. Things stop. The sounds of battle come to an end. As she kind of looks up, and there is what looks to be bigger than any creature you have ever seen. A gargantuan blue dragon who bellows a hearty laugh. Oh, let them rest. A good show. Again, tomorrow, yes. As, her hands kind of, her eyes kind of go down to her weapon, which disintegrates in her hands. How long does the scrying last?
It can last up to 10 minutes.
Okay. You don't see anyone emerge from any doorways, but one hand is brought behind Agate's back, the other manacles are locked there. Immediately they emit a glow. Go now, to your cells. Again, tomorrow. As she and what looks to be the majority of the rest of your clan are marched back into a dark tunnel. Your sister alongside Agate, almost imperceptibly, their pinkies entwine as they walk back, and they're led into a cell devoid of light, devoid of sound, and the door swings closed as the vision ends.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he's been clenching your hands like probably far, far too hard.
It's okay.
Did you see all of that?
Mm-hmm. And,
I'm
well,
sorry.
No, that's good. She's there. She's there. It's okay. May will kind of like gingerly bring her other hand up on top of Koigram's. We're going there right now. We're going to get them. And that's going to be great.
I was.
We fought the
Hey,
dragon.
I was so scared.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
That it would be gone. That you would try. And I would see her devoid of life and
well, looks like she's putting up a good fight. She's looks like she's really tough, and she's and your whole clan is there, and they're making it, and we're on our way, and it won't be that long.
you are so consistently put into the role of comforting me.
That's well, Quinn isn't here, so she'll like gotta move around, just like scooch over like next to him and pat him.
You're doing great.
Thanks. Well, we can do this again sometime if you want to, and
I think I would like that very much.
yeah, maybe it won't be so much of a shock. No, the first time is, the first time is always rough, I guess. So
More than any fight I've been in, more than anything I've ever done. I think that is the thing that has shaken me the most in my entire life.
Well, it's
I dare not hope. How could I? May, thank you.
yeah. I'm glad that I could help.
I don't know how to navigate both my feelings and my desire to respect your distance at the moment. So if you'll permit me, may I give you a hug?
Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
And just wraps up in this warm, soft, much softer than you would think. It's not like he works out to the point of like constant flexing where it's all hard and things like that. His muscles are cushiony. Yeah. And you can feel a slight tremor from just like the shock of everything and everything, and he holds it for a few seconds and then lets go. And
I'm grateful. I know that's not or maybe what you prefer.
No, it's okay. I mean, I understand, to a degree. I've never had, my fiance abducted by some sort of gargantuan blue dragon, but there are people that I miss, and
I was anticipating fighting, maybe like an allegorical dragon of some kind, not a literal dragon.
yeah,
Using my people for sport.
I kind of considered it, something that had a penchant for avarice, but I didn't think it would be that big, and but I guess it'll just have to die, and
suppose so. May
Okay. Yep.
you are so kind. And you have consistently offered me kindness. And in doing so, I don't know if you've done it on purpose or not. Regardless, my feelings would remain the same. I will be your friend until the day I die.
Well, Koigrum. Well, me too.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm all right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to sulk in the woods for a minute, so I'll see you, back in when I put up the
Well,
hut.
I should probably do some healthy sulking myself.
Sure.
Yep. Best of luck.
Okay.
Okay.
The two of you depart separately to take part in your sulking separately.
Just when May goes away.
Yeah.
She just wants to try to scry Domhnall after what Koigrum said. Just if anything at all happens, she'll sit there in the dark for a minute with the dark orb and then make her way back and start putting up the dome.
While all of this is happening, Rubicon.
Hi, Rubicon here.
Assessing directive. Return to uplink crotch. 2387. I don't have much time.
Bryce, I can barely hear you suddenly.
No! You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay. There are sounds of static.
There we go.
There are sounds of static interrupting the kind of cold electronic voice that you've come to hear in the past. 2387, I don't have much time. When you go to Uplink Kravis, don't connect to it. I need you to do something differently. I'll explain more later. Shit. Okay. It's here. I'm sending the data point. Okay, just. And it cuts out. You
Hello?
receive a ping.
When you get to Upland Kravis, don't what?
Don't connect. Do instead cut off.
Yeah. You feel a tug. You don't know if you have a mind, like a biological meat person has a mind, but if you were to have a mind, it would tug in the direction.
I don't have a meat tug.
You don't have a meat tug, but you feel a tug to the north, slightly west.
Okay.
As this feminine voice kind of cuts in, delivers this urgent message, and then cuts out. Was all of that heard, or was it like all scronked
No,
up?
I'm writing notes.
Perfect. I just wanted to make
yes.
sure.
As Rubicon just sits there for a moment, like, hello, what, lady? Okay, did someone hear that time?
Are you
Is
no?
People's around Rubicon right now.
I assume it's like
me and
Nova and
Rubicon?
Quinn just now. Like I presumably.
Okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not sure when. Like I thought Grace said it's whoever's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're not hearing anything, buddy. What's going on? Are you getting voices again?
Yeah, but it was a different one this time. It was like a lady. She's okay. So you know how I said like earlier? Well, I didn't say it, but I heard like there was an uplink crevice. Like this lady told me instead I need to go there, but I don't need to connect. Instead, I need to do something else. But she cut out, and now I need to go north, kind of by northwest, and I don't understand.
West.
Yeah, like north, but kind of slightly west.
Yeah.
Northwest,
Yeah.
Do you have a gut instinct? Like,
No, but I've got a meat tug.
I guess it is technically true north. Sorry.
True.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's technically true north, maybe 1 degree off to the west.
I'm sorry.
like when you heard this new voice, did you have any type of gut instinct about like, did it feel bad or good, like someone you should or shouldn't listen to?
Yeah.
As you kind of, what's, can I have? You can choose history or insight.
Oh, let's go with insight. That one's a little better. I'm so insightful. 18?
You've heard this voice once before. Before your eyes opened, there was a point where all was darkness, but there was a warm voice.
Yeah, I think I've heard it before, but I couldn't see at the time. It was really early on. And it was all darkness, but that voice, it sounds really familiar. I feel like I've got to go north.
Well, we're kind of headed north.
Well, yeah, I know, but like now I feel like I actually need to go north. Like previously, I was doing it for you guys. Like I'm part of the part of the team. I want to support you guys, but like now I need to go north.
I'm sorry. This seems very important, and it seems like something big is happening with you, Rubicon. But I want to circle back to something that you said a few moments ago, which was meat tug.
Yeah, like the meat tug. When people feel like there's like a feeling that kind of pulls them in a direction. Like it's like a meat tug.
Okay.
You have meat tugs, right, Quinn?
I suppose I do.
Yeah, so you get it.
Don't we all?
Okay, that's all. All right. Again, I'm sorry.
Rubicon, you mentioned feeling like a ping.
Yeah, it's like it's part of the meat tug. It's like it's a pinging tug.
Like, is it pulling you literally north? Like, if you started to walk north, do you feel like, oh, I'm going in the right direction now?
I start to just walk northward. Do I get a sensation? Do I feel anything?
Yes. There is a growing giddiness with each step forward northward that you take.
Oh yeah, that's doing something for me. Okay, yeah. If I go north, it's like it feels that felt good. Like I need to it's not physically pulling me there, but like I want to go north like really bad now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's keep an eye out. And when you feel yourself being pulled in a certain direction, let us know, and we can.
Oh yeah, it's that way. Like I'm gonna kind of just slowly start work. Like I'm gonna just keep like slowly edging myself
No,
north, and then
no,
just keep
no.
going just a little bit at a time. And that way, I just like it always feels a little better.
We boy howdy, Rubicon, boy howdy. Jeez. Is the direction that he's being pulled, like he's indicating towards Grace, is it towards Moralbach? Sorry, we
Bounce back from that one, Grace.
kind of. Moralbach is kind of northwest. It's on the path.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's keep going the way we're going, and
Yeah.
maybe if anything changes, maybe we're like, we take we journey out a little bit, and we can check it out. Is this Kravis? Is this what we're headed towards? Is Kravis?
Yeah, I think it is. But like, okay, so there's been two voices, and one said to connect to Kravis, and then the nice lady's voice, it said don't do that, and I should do something else, but she got cut off, so I don't think she didn't have much time. So I think I don't know.
I turned Nova. Have you ever heard of that? Kravis? Something like that? No?
Is there a point in me doing any type of insight or history check here? I'm assuming I wouldn't know.
Growing up in Slag,
Yeah.
roll history, just cuts.
Such a good stat for me. 10.
Not about Kravis. It
Yeah.
doesn't really ring a bell.
I can maybe I'll send a message to someone I know, and maybe they can, if they have any, listen, if there's information about Kravis, then they'll know about it.
Rubicon, when you're getting these messages, I know you're paying attention to everything that's being said, but really just try to pay attention to your gut. Not everyone who has instructions for you is doing it for your good. And if you're getting two different instructions, one of those people may be looking out for you and the other one may not.
Okay. Yeah.
We can head north. We can explore that. But if you have any other messages that come in, really try to think about which one.
Yeah. I like I think I like the more feminine voice more. It's kind of soothing, but yeah, I'll do that. They might be lying. I'm still not used to that. I'm not really good with people can lie, and they're really good at it too.
They are. That's why you need to be careful. But we were already heading north. And we'll pay attention to what feels right to you. And what voice continues to come through. And we'll be there to help you figure it out the best we can.
Thanks, Nova. You're really nice. You are too, Quinn. I like you guys. Like you're really fun, and you're really nice, and I appreciate it.
It's no problem, Rubicon. We do the same for everybody, but you're our friend. You're part of the Soul Seekers, man. This is just how it is. You gotta get used to it.
I want to like carve that inside. Like I'm gonna carve like an SS somewhere.
No.
No,
Easy.
you can't.
There's a lot of
Why is there why? Why can't I-
there's a lot of dipshits who kind of do that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can just do like a little heart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
Rubiton's first tattoo.
if it's possible, I feel like I've taken up a lot of time, but
You're good. You're good. This is what the game is.
yeah,
You're good.
I'm gonna sneak off, and not sneak off, but pretty close by, within earshot, and I'm gonna cast a quick sending to Kodra of Sodra, and ask them if
Wait, Sodra. Wait. Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Kodra.
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 Kodra is their name.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna send a quick message to Kodra of Sodra and ask them if they have heard anything about something called was it
Kravis. Kravis.
if they have heard anything about Kravis, or if there's any reference to it somewhere, and if they find something to let me know about it.
Sure. So as you fire off the sending and inquire with them.
Sorry, I know this is coming like completely out of left field.
No, you're good. I'm prepared for everything.
Okay,
I'm
whoa,
always
geez.
prepared. As you fire off this message to Sodra, they indicate to you it rings a bell, but they're not entirely sure of it, so they're going to look into it. Do you disclose that you're coming to Merlbach?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
They say stop by, and you can
Okay.
talk about it then.
Yeah, all right, perfect. I didn't lay out exactly what the message was, but that's fine.
That's all good.
Okay.
You can reply to this message.
You can reply to this. So I just get up. Rubicon. So my friend, my friend Kodra, they are going to look some stuff up and see if they can find anything out about this thing, Kravis.
Oh, what? Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
They're in Merlbach, so we're gonna, as we're journeying, we'll just stop in Merlbach and pop in and say hi to them real quick. And
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, Quinn. I really appreciate that.
no problem. Literally, I casted a single spell. It's literally no sweat off my back at all.
Well, I mean, that's still really cool. Like, I can't do that. Like, I can do some magic, but like, I can't do that.
You turn into a rat and turn in, like, ate a piece of cake and then turned your body into the shape of that cake. You're impressive.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
think
that's.
about
But I
it.
mean, that's easy. Like, but you can talk to people like way far away. Like, that's way more impressive.
I mean, it is like a third level spell slot, which is actually like a kind of like a tough thing to. It's not a lot of people can cast third level spells. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Well.
Classically trained Quinn.
Have anything like spoon theory?
It's not too different.
Okay. Okay, I think I get it.
I'll do a lesson one of these days.
Okay, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Also, what's a spoon?
You know what a spoon is.
Yeah, I do. I'm messing with you on that one.
Oh, you're getting good
Wait,
at that.
actually,
I
what
know.
is a spoon? I actually don't
Okay,
know about that one.
I do have to teach this guy. I'm gonna teach this guy what a spoon is real quick.
So as night falls and you all kind of settle into the dome, only one final thing happens in this eventful night.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Do what?
Oh, really?
Do what?
Nothing.
Not everything's about you, May.
I thought I was gonna have to make another fucking wisdom
Man.
saving throw.
Oh, well, actually, okay, never mind. There's two things that happen.
God damn it.
But first,
Played myself.
first of all, May, there is the light kind of tinglings of a magic spell being cast on you as Miro's voice comes through in your
Hey.
mind. And it begins. Hey, May. And she goes into an awkward kind of like stuttering but like earnest, telling you about her day and inquiring about yours if you choose to respond. And it ends with, I miss you, okay, bye.
Yeah. I guess not like diving too deep into it, but super awkwardly, May would respond and generally tell her she knows about Nova and Rubicon. So what's new? What's new? Oh, my hometown is burning to the ground and filled with demons, and now we're going to fight the biggest dragon I've ever. That's the second dragon I've ever seen, but it's the biggest one I've ever seen. To rescue Corgrim's family. And you know, that's what's new with us.
Wonderful.
And I'll make that I will chat.
Thank you. And after that roll, we'll go ahead and take a bio. I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. After that, we will take a bio break.
Yeah.
Cash money.
I also just want to say that prior to us going to sleep, I want Nova to have everybody play 2 truths and a lie to try to teach Rubicon how to like decipher when people are lying. To
Wait.
him.
I don't want to skip past that. Can we role play that after the bio break?
Can we do that after the break, please?
Sure.
We absolutely don't have to role play that.
I want to
kinda
so
wanna
bad.
know, yeah.
I want to so bad.
We gotta.
Play two truths. Oh, maybe.
Whoa.
Just go
You're reeling
ahead.
back so far.
Jump for the
Oh, bitch.
Jesus.
into it.
Fuck.
As you all gather in the dome for the evening.
As we dome it up.
So
Poygrim clearly like having had a deeply emotional time. Like he's got the red puffy eyes and he just kind of like generally looks a little tired.
It's like, what are we doing here? What's happening?
Nova had a really good idea of we're playing a game to help me learn about lying, and it's called 2 Truths and a Lie. And if I think I understand the game, you tell 2 truths and you tell 1 lie.
Right.
And you're supposed to guess.
Yeah, Rubicon, I think, has at least one person potentially lying to him, or at least sending him a message without his best interest in mind. So, just a good way for him to start picking those things out.
You heard more voices?
Yeah, and he'd go through and tell you about all that.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so this is like training.
A little bit. It's kind of a little bit of a more fun way to train and a good way for us to get to know each other a little bit.
Okay.
A few facts at a time.
It's 2 truths and a lie. So 2 true things and 1 lie. What kind of distinction? Like, what kind of a lie?
A convincing one.
Right.
Does anyone want to go first?
Allow me to demonstrate. I've played this game a lot. I did go to, I guess it was a boarding. It was, it was college. Okay, so I'll go first.
Is that the lie?
No. Well, no. So here are 3 things about me that you guys should know. 1, after graduating from the College of the Black Rose, I was an incredibly successful courtesan. 2, I don't like riding horseback. And 3, I think that people who say cilantro tastes like soap are only doing it for attention.
Oh wow. I've never heard of that last one. But I know the plant. The plant's good. I don't think I've ever seen you on a horse, so I'm going to say the second one.
Interesting. No, it was the first one by way of technicality. I was a middling at best courtesan.
But you were a courtesan.
I was, yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, so we can tell kind of like half truths, and that's still a lie, and that's what I've got. Okay.
A little cheeky.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. Okay.
Well, I just want to say I don't like cilantro. It's not just for attention. I mean, it's
Does it taste like soap?
well. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say soap, but it doesn't taste good.
That's fine. That's different. That's fine. That's a preference. I just think that people who say that cilantro tastes like soap are lying and doing it for attention.
I want to like it, but
Very
You
sad.
did-
It's a very lovely herb.
You did kind of like interject that opinion into this game and had all attention on you.
Yeah,
for
that's
your dislike of cilantro, which does kind of prove the point a little bit.
I guess so.
okay. Well, somebody else can go. That's great.
Who's up?
Okay, I can go. Let's see. One time, I was, one of the first times I was baking bread, I used too many ingredients, including a vast amount of yeast. And the oven actually like filled completely with dough. It rose so much it got to the walls, and I had to pull out this weird, burned on the outside, gooey in the middle loaf that was terrible. I desperately and profoundly love my wife. And then let's see. I actually am not the biggest fan of my new eye color. I actually think I had really nice eyes before.
Okay. Well, I hope the second one's true, because otherwise this is going to be really awkward. So let's see. I don't think I think you like your eye color. It looks really good. It looks really good, and I think you like it. So I think I think you're actually a really good baker too. So I think the first one's a lie.
Anyone else want to take a stab?
Well, you're not married yet.
That is correct.
Oh,
it's his fiance.
I do not have a wife. I have a fiance.
Oh, does that mean we're getting we're gonna be? Are we invited to your wedding?
Of course.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Actually, oh wow. What does a wedding look like for your people?
Lots of there's an aggressive amount of physicality,
Okay.
not sexuality.
Okay, all right,
Specifically,
yeah.
like just a lot of like dancing together and clasping and hugging and lifting and wrestling and like, yes, very touch. And at the end we all pile into a big pile, and the two that are getting married are in the center and are like piled onto in a large pile of bodies, and it's kind of a love pile.
Does everyone have to participate in that? Is it
In two
rude
truths
not
and a
to,
lie?
or no? In the pile.
I would not expect anyone who is not part of my tribe to do so.
I think it would be an honor to get to participate in your tribe's wedding traditions.
Thank you. wants to go next?
I'll go next. I speak 6 languages. I left Slag after killing 5 Dragonborn in a night, and my childhood dream was to be an artificer.
Oh,
Oh, that's really tough because I feel like I don't know that much about you, Nova.
What
You
was
don't know
the
much
first
about the
one?
voices in your head either.
Oh, that's true.
What was the first one again?
I speak 6 languages.
Hmm. I think the third one's a lie. I think you wanted to be something else, not an artificer. You're really strong, and artificers they kind of sit around and they kind of like build stuff, right? Like I think you wanted to do more. You wanted to like really like kick some ass.
That one is actually true. My dad's an artificer, and I always looked up to him and wanted to be just like him.
I'm really bad at this. I should maybe start rolling for some of these.
Nova, is that why you have the tools? The
Yeah.
jeweler's tools?
It is. I liked helping him out in his shop, and he actually crafted the gold plate on my head and adjusted it as I grew up because I was 8 years old when I got it.
So you killed a lot of people, huh?
They deserved it.
So what was the
But-
lie?
But that's
I speak 4 languages. But yeah, I need to be careful about when I go back to Slag.
Who was the knight?
Oh, in a night. So when I knew that I was
One
going to
night.
be leaving Slag for Asteria, I'd had a list of some mercenaries that I'd kind of been very patiently looking for the right opportunity to do something. And when I knew I was going to be gone for a long time, I saw that as the golden opportunity.
That's a lot.
Not to press, but did they deserve it? But
I think so. They were all Dragon Slag has like the 5 gemstone families, and they all
Right.
kind of have their own personal mercenaries. And a long time ago, they each coordinated together to have an attack on my family. And so
Is that where this came from?
it was.
hmm,
And it's kind of when my dream shifted from being an artificer to a protector.
And those gemstones on your weapon.
From people who underestimated me. That's why we got to teach Rubicon good judgment. So he can know what battles he can win.
Okay. Well, okay.
May, I think you're up.
unless we want to let DG go.
Yeah, DG, you got 2 truths and a lie.
Oh. I think so. Okay. So. I kind of wish that I had other clothes to wear? I'd like some options. Fable and I talk about you all the time.
Maybe we'll go over it.
He kind of looks back at you.
Telepathically.
I don't know, man. And I might have pooped in the rations maybe one time.
Oh wow, well I really hope the last one's a lie. Not for me, but for everyone else.
I feel like the second one's a lie. I think DG may have pooped in the rations.
He's almost assuredly pooped in the rations.
I think you enjoy being somewhat naked. I think it's very freeing. So I think the other two are truths, and I think the desire for clothing is inaccurate.
No, I think he wanted the sword, so he probably wants more than that best.
I think he wants armor. Or something like that.
I think
Would Fable gossip?
Fable's not the gossiping type, right? I'm looking at Fable.
Oh. He like looks at you and then like does the bird, like itches his side real quick and puts his foot down and pointedly looks away.
It could be true.
I feel like Fable would have a lot to say about everybody. Fable to me seems kind of gossipy.
Okay, DG, what's the lie?
I like being naked. I don't need any clothes.
That's what I'm talking about.
You little freak, I love that.
I completely understand.
Okay, it's the grumpy one's done.
Well,
I like being naked.
I like being naked.
That means that he did poop in the rations.
One
Just
time.
once.
It was just once, and it wasn't even, I mean, it was just because I really, really had to, and it was all mushy, and it kind of just looked like other stuff that was in there, and it just really blended in. I'm going to stop talking now.
Was this before or after Rubicon and I joined the group?
Maybe it was maybe more than one time, maybe.
When was the most recent time you pooped in the rations? And also, how do you keep getting into the rations?
What time is it?
Oh boy.
It's 10:42.
When the sun was up, maybe.
The sun was up.
It just smells like. It smells like.
So okay.
It smells like I want to poop in there. That's all.
So new rule for everybody. Next time we eat out of the rations, we go ahead and just use a quick prestidigitation on it. Make sure it's nice and clean. Everything.
He's not pooping there anymore.
Yeah, could you stop pooping in there, buddy?
Make a persuasion check.
I'll do it. I'll hate it.
You traded your soul for a rat to poop in your food.
Can I give
Now,
him an
hold on.
advantage by telling DG that I'll turn into something he doesn't want to be?
You can make that to an intimidation check instead of persuasion if you'd like to do that.
I'm not going to intimidate my son.
It says, okay.
All right, buddy. That's part of the burden of having sentience, you know, is you gotta, be a little
selective
more,
about the poopies.
you gotta be more selective with your pooping.
Okay. I'll poop in other places.
Yeah. No food places.
No food places.
Okay. Promise.
He reaches up his little rat hand and
All right. Like, get out of here, little scamp. Well, don't. Actually, just stay right here, because I'm going to cuddle you all night.
he goes into
May,
your
what it...
pocket.
I think it's May's turn.
Okay. Okay. Well. I don't care anything about magic. In fact, I'm kind of sick of it. On the other hand, I love to fish, and I'm quite handy at it. And the third thing is that my favorite color is green.
You don't know how to fish.
No, you're from Narrow. I feel like this might be a little prejudiced, but I feel like everybody from Narrow knows how to fish.
You're right. That is prejudiced.
But I'm not wrong, I don't think.
I don't think any of us would dispute with that first claim, though. I think that's true.
Is your favorite color green?
I think it might be.
I think it might be.
May's
What was
outfit is green.
Well, it's like a seed bomb.
Yeah, it's a. Well, I guess
green,
that's the
I
thing.
guess.
Like, do you want to specify the shade of green, or that's your favorite, or just like because I consider sea foam to be a shade of green.
Sure. No, I'll stay with green. That's fine.
What was your first one again? I'm sorry.
I don't really like magic. I'm kind of sick of it.
I think I can believe that one, just by nature of your relationship with it. I think it's the green. I don't think green is your favorite color.
I also don't think green is your favorite color.
Nova?
I'm gonna go with fishing.
Green is not my favorite color.
Oh.
My father
Pointing Kogram high five.
was a fisherman, so we spent a lot of time doing that.
But am I wrong about everybody from Narrow knowing how to fish?
Well, I don't know if everyone does, but I mean, I lived on the docks, so.
I'm exaggerating, but like it. If you were to throw a bunch of rice into a crowd, 90% of the people that you hit with rice will probably be fishermen. That was a terrible metaphor.
It was, yeah, pretty bad.
No.
If you were to,
What is your favorite color?
It is lilac.
Out of character, I can't fucking believe it. I literally had the thought, no, it's lilac. And I fucking doubted. I doubted my stupid. I'm upset.
that used to be my eye color.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Oh.
true.
That's sweet.
Not the reason.
Well, yeah, I figured. It's a funny coincidence.
Speaking of funny coincidences, so Koigrim and I saw the maw.
Oh, we're talking about this now. Okay.
Well, the gut.
so-
the gut. Sorry,
The gut.
I mixed up my body boys.
It's they are a gigantic blue dragon.
Yeah, pretty blue. I mean, like very blue. It was kind of pretty.
We scryed on Agate, my fiance. They were in a gladiatorial arena, it seemed.
Forced to fight for the dragon's entertainment. Just so everyone knows what we're going into. And it might be worthwhile to look into blue dragons, what they do, and what they might be vulnerable to. Since we're going to Mrobak. And Nova, it made me think of what Koshik told you. He said that he told us members of that clan had heard of a dragon in the north.
Yeah, there's a
That
really
lines
good
up.
chance. That's a really good point. The cultists had originally been trying to blow up the volcano in Slag, believing that a dragon was under it. And when I caused that to fail, I guess I should say, they're now searching for him. I bet those things will overlap, which means we could very much potentially run into the cultist along the way.
I think it would be worth it to know whatever you know about them. We don't have to talk about it now, but, just whenever.
I'll be thinking on that, and I'm also, this might be a little bit of a DM thing. Like, do you want to share what Nova would know about them, or would you rather talk to me like outside of session and Nova share at a different point?
About the Igneous clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me message it to you.
Okay.
I'll send you a message and then.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah. Let me think about everything with them. There was a lot of things that happened that night. But I'll share everything I know once I collect my thoughts on it.
Okay, sure. Okay, well, do you feel like you can detect lies better, Rubicon?
I didn't get any of those right.
Well, why don't you give it a try? We'll try and
Sure.
guess.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right. So, my favorite animal is the octopus. The first moments of my life were unbelievable, excruciating pain.
Aw.
And I don't know how to swim.
I think probably not the octopus.
I feel like we discussed swimming recently and that you
Yeah.
didn't know how to swim and
I
that you
agree.
just sank and walked along the bottom.
Well, not knowing how to is not the same as not being able to.
Yeah. There is a technicality of being able to turn into an animal that swims. If you turn into a fish, do you
octopus.
automatically know how to move through water?
Guess you'll have to turn into a fish and find out.
Huh.
But actually, I don't think the octopus is your favorite animal.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
I don't think the beginning of your life was excruciating pain. I think you had a very pleasant life in Asteria.
May.
What?
Which one?
May
Which
went
one?
first and said
What?
that.
Oh, it was the octopus.
Oh,
is
Oh, the
my
octopus one.
favorite.
I missed that one.
Well, I don't know. That kind of seems like something you would like. A lot of arms to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with the octopus.
Yeah, you guys are good. It's not the octopus. It's a deer hound. I like them. They're big. They're big boys and they're so good. And oh, they're fun. I like playing with them. They're good boys. Good doggos.
Rubicon, did you share the beginning of your life was like falling through space towards the ground?
That's what I
Oh
heard.
yeah, I did do that, but that wasn't like the very first moment. The first moment was just kind of darkness, and then I heard the voice. It's that same voice that I heard like a few moments ago. And then it was immense pain. But the immense pain was kind of good because there was like I kind of started learning. Like it's like if you could learn everything all at once, but it was really painful and it hurt. And then it all went away. And then I was falling.
Oh,
Do you think the voice you heard is the person who made you? If
Oh,
that's
I don't
really
know. Maybe. She sounded nice.
but how would they be? Where would they be? You
No,
know?
I don't know. Maybe they were up in the sky and they dropped me accidentally and we got separated.
Whenever you were falling, what did you see? What did you see?
So there was like a lot of darkness, and then there were like little specks. And then there was like this one big speck, and it started like kind of growing, and I could see like bits of like land and water in that speck, and then everything went black.
So it wasn't like Demetrius or Baldir, where they came through like a place between places. It was just like up there, like
Yeah,
among the
I think I
stars.
came from like I think it may have been stars is what I saw.
What is up there but the moon?
No, I don't know. Well, there's something up there. I think. I'm not really sure. Maybe I got lost. Maybe I was from here, but I got up there somehow and I got lost, and I fell back here.
Well, it doesn't really make sense that this would be the only place with life in all that space.
Well, sure, but to transition from one to the other. Well, I guess it could be magic, I don't know.
Well, he doesn't have to. I think that if you're able to survive out there, just a matter of time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Was it a good game?
Yeah, I'm not really good at. You guys are really good at lying.
Mm-hmm. We can keep practicing.
Okay.
Make it a habit not to.
Wait, is that a lie?
No.
Is that a lie?
So, as the evening goes on, you all find rest. You awake the next morning to another day of travel. Is there anything that you are on the lookout for, anything that you want to do during this day? You have about 2 weeks to Mralbach.
Oh.
I've got 2 weeks to Mralbach.
It's been!
2
So-
weeks such a dead me.
The day
2 weeks
passes.
I'm just gonna spend the time messaging my mom and just letting her know like progress and stuff like that, letting her know how close we are.
Sure. She is startled and then very glad to hear from you. She sounds breathless, like she doesn't have much time to... She sounds like she's juggling many different things, and tells you that she'll let you know everything when you get there. But that Mralbach was attacked recently, and they're still picking up the pieces. and that many, 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 many people are missing.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Just shy of 300.
Oh.
The day wears on. Yes, Qui-Gon.
I don't know if we wanted to go like day by day or do big chunks or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna do some big chunks. So anything that you want to do in this time.
The main thing I want to do is continue to try and facilitate that connection to the Lord of Flowers and ask questions and maybe get some answers.
Sure. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for your first week. May, what were you gonna say?
Just like over this time, May is going to be just like working in Rocky's spellbook, and then also continuing to work on her own,
Like freezing things in time and that kind of stuff.
just
It feels the landscape is it's like you're trying to like catch a fish in water, trying to find that focus and that connection with the Lord of Flowers. Just there's something about the land here that is just wrong. Your first week of travel comes to an end. On the dawn of your 8th day, you set out. As you are trekking through the woods, sort of on this road, it has been like a largely empty kind of experience so far. But as you trek forward, you begin to hear, especially Rubicon, the slight sounds of like chatter of people, kind of in hushed tones on the road up ahead, maybe around a bend or two.
Rubicon lets everyone know. Like,
Okay.
Do you want to check it out?
Yeah, I can do that. Rubicon will shiftity into. We'll go with a classic, a crow, actually.
Okay. Yeah, you flutter off, and you fly forward, and you do see, not far from where the group is kind of walking, around one of the bends, there are 3 young human men in kind of these basic clothes. They carry like some rough weapons, a little like some scattered pieces of like mismatched armor, and they have with them 3 horses and a cart. Make a perception check as a crow.
I am so perceptive.
Or wisdom check as a crow, rather.
33.
Oh, beautiful. The cart has some scattered valuables in it. Kind of in a sack.
We love a valuable sack. We'll head back.
Yeah.
That disapproving wife nose crinkle was premium.
We'll step on back. Give everyone the lowdown of what we saw.
Cool.
Be like,
Do you think? I don't want to assume, but do you think they were like kind of taking stuff? Did they steal stuff?
Yeah,
That
probably.
description fits most thieves.
Well, it could also just be people moving their stuff.
That's true. It's just like there was a lot of like valuable stuff in there, and like I feel like a lot of families like they got some valuable stuff, but it's not like really like financially valuable. It's kind of more of like valuable to them.
Also, they usually pack it rather than like throwing it into a sack.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what packing is?
I mean, if you have like something valuable, you usually kind of like wrap it up, put it in a box, not just like chuck everything into a sack together.
Unless you're fleeing. Well, these people don't seem to
So-
be fleeing.
It's entirely possible. I mean, I told you guys before, there was an attack recently in Ralbach, so it's possible these people are fleeing. They're refugees.
Man, I just go up and say hi. Like I don't want to be rude.
We've been practicing. Sorry, I heard myself. We've been practicing. You know,
detecting lies. So if we just ask them about stuff, you can see if they're lying, and then if they're bad, we can, blow them up or something.
Oh, I like that.
I think we're also not a group that looks like you should take advantage of them.
Yeah.
I just think the benefit of having a sentient rock, a adorned psionic dragonborn, a large stout man, a bookish wizard type, and a dangerous looking drow with a
Oh, okay.
lute.
You can call me. You can say I'm a twink. It's fine.
I don't
You
think I
just
know
got
that
called a
word.
nerd. Three fighters and a nerd walk up.
and their emotional support twink.
We are, yeah.
Well, let's go up and say hello. Maybe they're really nice, and maybe I just jumped to a conclusion. I think I'm a little on edge because like everyone's so good at lying.
Well, that's why it's good practice.
Yeah,
And if it's just 3 humans, we can probably handle that.
yeah.
And maybe we don't have to have conflict. If you can solve things with a conversation, it's better.
Oh, I know. I'll be a dog. Everyone loves dogs.
Everyone loves dogs.
Everyone loves dogs,
loves
and I'll
dogs.
turn into a direwolf.
Incredible.
That's one of my favorite kinds of dog. Thank you. That's lovely.
So you all turn the bend and approach this little haphazard party.
Just trying to go on through.
Yeah. Seeing you, one of the people, one of the young men, this shock of like brown hair, kind of swinging his sword a little bit lazily, kind of like, Jack Sparrow's his way out into the road. Oi! Beautiful day for a stroll, isn't it?
It is a spectacular day. Yes. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing just fine.
That's great.
How are you all? And from behind him, one of the other young men, this one's blonde, looks very similar to him. All of these 3 men look very similar, just with different hair colors. One is a redhead, one is blonde, and the other is brunette.
Sounds like a
And-
joke.
Hey, Trev, maybe we should... Kind of like hisses at the other guy. And how are you all this fine day?
We're great actually. We've
Lovely.
we're just coming from Narrow. Things aren't so great there. Hopefully things are better in Ralbach.
Oh, sure. I'm sure things are just peachy in Rollback.
What are you guys doing?
Well, we're just here to make folks' walks a little easier. Might just lighten your load a little bit. Might just be easier if you take your bags and you set them down and just head on your way.
Buddy.
How-
Okay.
How close
How
are these
close?
people together?
They're quite close together. They're like within 30 feet of each other.
What about the back two? Are they like right next to each other?
Yeah, they're kind of standing together by like the cart. And there's 3 white horses as well with the cart.
Buddy, I really want you to take a good look at this group. Go ahead. You go ahead, just look at us. I want you to think about whether or not this is a really good idea.
Make an intimidation check.
Alright.
Meanwhile, the wolf of the size of a horse just standing back there, looking like.
Oh. No, I am still
Oh
a twink.
no!
It is, yeah.
I want Nova I'm assuming like we all probably noticed the guy who kind of was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
In his head, I want Nova to say, if you want to run, now's your only opportunity.
Make an intimidation check. Make an intimidation check with advantage.
My charisma's so bad.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, I feel bad for these guys. This
Oh, nuts.
This is
I feel-
honestly a reason I
Tonight.
like Castles and Crusades, is that you can argue what make like
Oh yeah.
yeah, me having like a negative or like -1 to intimidation really does not make sense with this, but it's the way you set up. But
Yeah,
shout
yeah.
out to CNC for that flexibility.
Yeah.
A couple. I don't want to forget about you. I know you had something. Just in the meantime, the other one gets kind of like he's straightening his shirt, kind of reaching for his weapon. May, what were you gonna say?
I was going to just like from
Also,
like,
you're muted.
From like somewhere back in the crowd of the group, like Maya's gonna be seeing all this transpire, and we'll just like from the back of the group cast Wall of Force around around the front guy, like the guy who's talking.
Okay.
You do tell.
That's it. I just put
It's
him in a fucking dome. I lock him in there.
You ever just put the baddies in timeout?
Can sound pass through the dome?
Yeah.
So as you release that spell, he kind of starts to lift his sword up towards Quinn, who has just addressed him and like tried to intimidate him, and says, "Well, I'm taking a good long look, and all I see is a bunch of weirdo." And like as he brings his sword forward, it like hits the wall of force. Hey, what's going on? He starts to freak out and
so-
get crazy.
I'm gonna turn to the other guys. So who's next? Who's next in the chain of command here?
Run! They scatter. The two of them run into the woods. Does anything else happen?
I would like, as Wolficon, to just go up to the dome and just like sit in front of it and just like fucking full on derp, like open jaw, just chewing like right in front of the guy, like.
Like licking the window.
I'll walk over to the dome.
Make another intimidation check. I just want to see if he pees himself.
Did they leave the carts?
Yes, and everything in it.
Am I making an intimidation check?
Yes, I
Okay.
just want to
Oh,
see if he pees himself.
Roll for piss.
Roll for piss.
That's a 15 on a piss check.
Roll for waterworks.
A wet spot grows on his pants.
All right, everyone. I think we've made our point. So,
You can go.
on, shall
You can
we?
go.
I want to check out the carts for any good shit.
Why don't we just take the card?
You can have everything. You can have everything. Just let me go.
Here's the thing. I would like to know where you got this stuff.
From passers-by. We didn't hurt
Passers-
no one.
You didn't hurt anybody?
No, of course not. We're just doing it to get money.
You're doing this for money?
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's a little
Times are tough.
right. Gang friends, listen. I know this person just tried to hold us up, but I'm afraid I have a bleeding heart. Can I leave this poor man 6 gold pieces or something?
I was more thinking that times are going to be tougher without his tongue. And we can have a bleeding heart and leave him in one piece.
Yeah, I don't know if we should reward this kind of behavior, Quagrim.
Oh, do you think he feels rewarded right now?
No. I'm just saying that Here's the
Being
thing.
a begging little pansy isn't good to encourage either.
More so, this is a person who threatens the lives of passersby in order to take their things. A
But it just
bully.
pretends.
I'm
The thing-
sorry, I'm talking to someone else right now.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
I assume there's more than 6 gold worth in the cart.
Yes. As you do like a cursory look, you see a modest, a large-ish amount of gold in the cart.
So he may have done this for money, but he had enough. If it was just about getting by, this would have stopped a long time ago.
Well, I can also empathize with being in the position of never having power and then having a lot all of a sudden. Not knowing how to deal with that. I was the weakest, or one of, in my home, right? And then I left, and literally everywhere I went, I was the strongest. So I get not knowing what to do with it. He squandered it quite poorly, but
You all can have anything you want. Just let me go with my life, please.
you're not helping. Shush.
Okay.
I'll just drop the wolf form and go like, I want your soul!
Wait, would you make a trade for your soul?
Oh, whoa.
Wait.
What do you mean?
Quagmire Bear's like, wait.
This is how we're gonna get our souls, guys. We'll
Well-
just have
well-
mate trap people in a box until they make a deal
Well, now
with
hold
us
on.
for their life for their soul.
Yeah,
What about
maybe
like
this
others
is.
and
This feels a little amoral. I don't.
You're right. We need to ask the
thanks for the
proper
raid.
questions. Ooh, get a raid.
Thank you for the raid, my friends.
hey,
Hi.
I can
We gotta ask the right
Well,
questions. Wait, I look. There's a simple way to figure this out, and Rubicon will turn to him and be like, "This is a real simple question, okay? It's not a trick, I promise. Do you like zoos?"
What, zoos?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to one.
Well, I mean, do you like going and seeing the animals in the cages?
I went as a kid one time and a lion scared me. I don't much care for them.
Okay, well, this guy seems okay, so let's let him go. He doesn't like zoos. Like that's
what? I did put
If
a
you-
dress on one.
That's a good. I actually don't think that's a bad idea. Just a small one. Just a small one.
Oh, okay. I've been working on something really. It's really kind of hard, but can I try something? It would be a good. I think it'd be a good punishment.
Okay. Really quick.
It won't kill him.
You
It
do
won't kill him.
understand that what you were doing is wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you understand that. You do understand that there have to be consequences, even though you understand what you've done is wrong, correct?
I have a suggestion. I've got something pretty good. Down the road, about a week's back the way we're coming right now. About a week's trip, there is a town called Lachlan's Rest. There you'll find an inn, and you'll find a woman who runs the inn. Her name is Nikki. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna listen to me very carefully. You're gonna go to that inn, and you're going to work for Nikki.
Does she have a job for me?
I'll let her know that you're on your way. You're gonna help out in a tavern. You're maybe working a stable, something like that.
There were no jobs in Roebuck.
What?
There's jobs in this Lachlan's Rest. There were no jobs in Roebuck.
Oh, okay. There'll be something for you to do there. You're gonna go there and do that. I'm gonna check in on you every now and then.
Alright.
If I hear that you're doing anything outside of this kind of stuff, we're gonna come back and we're gonna find you again.
I won't do nothing, sir. I promise. It's good,
Okay,
honest work from here on out.
Good, honest work, all right? Nikki's gonna check on you, I'm gonna check on you, and then we're all gonna check on you. All right.
And I'll curse you forever.
Or else we'll curse you forever. We'll turn you into a bug.
I don't want to be a bug.
If it was unclear, this...
Into a bug.
You can do something. I was gonna do I was thinking like a pig.
I don't want to be a pig neither.
Pointing to May, Koigram will go like,
This is the person who's keeping you in a box, by the way. This little one.
It's very nice work, madam.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
How do we feel about that? Good? Everyone satisfied?
I'd feel okay about that.
All right. I think that's good.
Well,
Yes.
Wait. Do you know anything about the gut?
What gut? Like the one in my body?
Okay. She'll stop concentrating.
The moment he feels the wall disappear, he am I free to go?
Only if you can
Hold on.
outrun us.
Wait. Hold
He
on.
takes off.
no, hold on. Before he takes off, Koigram is kind of stops everything. Goes,
Hold on, let me get you some rations.
and he goes into the party rations,
The mouse.
which we all know DG has pooped in, and gives him a good healthy helping of rations.
And just for the journey. For the journey.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He takes off, sprinting and back down the path that you all came from, leaving you with a cart and 3 horses and a sack of valuables.
Ritual cast detect magic.
There is a slight magical aura that comes from the sack.
Hey.
As you all kind of dump it out and investigate, you find 106 gold pieces.
Oh,
There is...
That's for Johnny.
yeah, I'm in possession of the bag. Shall I
Go for
get
it.
that bag?
So, 106
Okay.
gold pieces.
Okay.
There's a set of thieves' tools, lightly used.
Ooh.
2 gold necklaces, one with rubies and the other with jade, kind of inlaid. There is a week's worth of rations. There is a brass handheld telescope,
Ooh.
a silver bangle bracelet in the shape of a fish kind of chasing its own tail, and the source of the magic, a clean, wide-brimmed velvet hat with a light blue sash tied around it. And from what you all can tell, it looks like it has been enchanted so that the ribbon always billows.
Oh my god.
Gwen?
Yeah.
Quinn doesn't wear that. That's a crime.
That's the crazy.
Deeply.
Gwen, how attached to your hat are you?
I throw it on the ground. This is incredible. Is it always? It's always billowing.
All right. Gold necklace with jade, and what was the other stone?
Ruby.
Is it just the? It's just the ribbon that's billowing. It's not nothing else. Okay.
Wait a second.
I have put the gold necklaces in the bag of holding. Do we want to make a note of having the brass spyglass telescope thing?
Well, I'll take that. That sounds nice to have.
Sure, yeah.
Is that it? It was 2 necklaces.
There
brass
was like
telescope,
a
There's a
what was
silver
there was a
bangle.
rations.
yeah.
There
I think
was a
enough-
silver bracelet, rations.
There was one with like the fish, right?
Yeah,
was,
that's
was
the
that
bracelet.
the bracelet?
I'm gonna write
Says anything,
silver.
Rubicon will kind of take a look at that and be like, oh.
Yeah, you want the silver bracelet?
Yeah, with the fish on it.
Yeah, I was gonna just make a note of it in my inventory as silver bracelet, open parenthesis, fish, close parenthesis. Is that? I just think that yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, maybe
Nova
Nova.
wants those necklaces. She likes gemstones.
It's not a bad point.
For the record too, the gemstones on the necklace are kind of set, it's a very decorative piece. You could enjoy the necklaces as they are. You could also pry the jewels out of the necklaces.
For money.
The necklaces themselves are quite valuable as well. It appears to be like gold and real gems.
May, I've seen you use our precious gems for your spells before. Do you need either of these?
Well, it's good to know that we have them. I'll have to look through my book to see if I need them for anything, but I don't think so offhand.
And then
May is,
Nova,
like,
if
Playing
you
with this telescope.
if you have a particular love of the gemstones, I'm sure you're welcome to them.
If there's anything in here that we don't absolutely need, if Marlbrook just went under attack and is missing 300 people, the town might be in need of resources where we could give it back to them or use it once we're there to try to get something.
That's fair.
I think it's the right call.
There's a good chance that these things were taken from people who were on the road trying to escape the city.
Sure.
Which is just, I don't know, very upsetting.
But now we don't have to walk for the next week.
Yeah. We got
Wow.
horses and a cart now.
It is nice.
How many horses are needed to like pull the cart?
It looks like you could do 2 or 3.
So that anyone who wants to just ride a horse and then the rest of us can kind of pile in the back.
Well,
Nope.
Ben doesn't like riding, so.
Right. I mean, I imagined Quinn would sit in the cart.
Yep.
That's
I'm what's called a passenger princess.
well, we knew that. Yes, absolutely, we knew that.
I'm gonna take nappies and eat
That's
snacks.
from your courtesan days.
Yeah, that was, well, I don't want to go into
Okay.
detail
No,
about
I was
Eb
joking, I'm
and
sorry.
needed to sleepy.
it.
Okay.
Well, I'll ride as well. I don't want to be on a horse.
Yeah. I mean, can we all fit in the cart? Does one of us need to ride the horse?
If
It looks like the cart could comfortably accommodate 4 of you. 3 with Nova and Koigram, with both of you being so much taller than the others.
Yeah.
I think of anyone actually Nova, I feel that you should be on horseback. Just
Yeah.
because of the weapon you use, I feel like it's a better fit.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I just genuinely, like, out of character. Or is a horse able to support like a 7-foot dragonborn? Okay.
Is it
Then
good
yeah,
horses?
I'm good with
It's
that.
strong.
I'll ride
It's a
horseback.
strong horse.
Do you all
Then-
name the horses?
I think it's best we don't. 1, 2, and 3. That's the name of the.
If they stick around a little bit longer, maybe.
Well, it's only a matter of time before Quinn talks to them.
Yep. We can learn their names that way.
We're gonna awaken 3 horses.
Okay. You said
Actually-
it could only fit 3 of us if we get in the back of the thing.
Like
what's
with
the...
Koigram and Nova in the cart, it would be a
you can only
squeeze.
fit 3. Oh, okay. Well,
But like,
Koigram, Rubicon, Quinn, May could comfortably kind of do the
yeah.
Does anyone have proficiency in land vehicles?
Well, I'm not going to drive.
I'm more comfortable as a horse than actually them.
I actually have proficiency in a disguise kit, flute, hand drum, lute, painter's supplies, and viol.
So everything that's not a land vehicle,
Yeah,
essentially.
those are my proficiencies.
Right. Well, neither do I, but let's see if I can figure out how to work this thing.
Well, I think we can just.
Well, all you
we
have to
just
do
can't
is
do it.
keep them on the road. I mean, it's just a horse.
Yeah, like just don't try
You're-
not to go over any jumps or anything like that.
Sure, you say that, but the horses can be very temperamental, and
I'll talk to him.
it's okay.
If you
Nova's
want,
just
like, I
gonna
can.
speak with animals on herself to be able to talk to the horses and tell
Okay.
them where to go.
I also can speak to him.
Well, fuck it. I
I
turn
also-
into a horse.
May just climbs into the cart and waits. She pulls out her book.
Nova also wants to know the horses' names.
Oh, hi there.
God damn it.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
There's three of them this time. Clip, Clop, and Robert.
Steve.
The adventures continue.
You might know our cousins. They were donkeys. They're pretty cool. Yeah, you all kind of speak with animals. You ask them their names. Oh, I don't think we had those.
Do you have something you want to be called? Do you want a name?
I want some snacks, please.
What did they say?
One eye blinks and then the other eye blinks.
Do we have any snacks we can give them?
Sure,
Every
yeah.
horse on Terminus is just a fucking great empty moron.
We got stuff.
I have some. Yeah, I have some carrots and things.
Oh, I like carrots. I like carrots. Carrots are pretty good.
Carrots are good, right?
I like carrots a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I think, never mind. I can't do that.
Nova, you should name them.
Do we give them serious names? Do we give them names befitting their...
Sounds like it's up to you.
Oh gosh.
A lot of pressure.
Is the one I'm on a boy or a girl?
The one that you were on is a boy.
I'll name him Casper.
Aww.
Oh.
Good name.
Casper.
You said they're white horses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are
All
two
right.
boys and a girl.
All right. Mine's Casper. Y'all can fight for the other naming.
Jasper and Masper.
Literally thinking Clasper.
I would like to name the girl Colin Robinson.
Name her what?
Colin Robinson.
Colin Robinson.
Yeah.
And
Oh God,
This is-
yes.
this is kind of silly, but could we name the boy one Halliburton?
Halliburton.
Casper, Halliburton, and Colin Robbins.
Show me bigger than all
Yes, which one's the girl horse?
I'm between Colin Robinson and the Alan Parsons Project.
The Dave Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews Band of Horses. That's the full name.
Oh my God.
We just call her Dave.
Oh, you have to say the whole thing.
Her full name is the Dave Matthews Band of Horses.
So it's Casper,
Halliburton.
Halliburton, and the David Matthews Band of Horses. Is that what we're going with?
Does
Are
that
we
make
locked in?
the Dave Matthews Band like canon and Terminus?
No.
Now it's a
That-
horse.
That's completely unrelated. This is the Dave Matthews Band of Horses.
Okay.
It's like how Shadowfax was the king of horses. This is the Dave Matthews Band of horses.
Okay.
So you all pack into this
So is it a
cart.
title or a name or is it both?
It's
Whatever
all
you want it to be.
Yes.
correct.
You
Cheek
all
shirt.
cart off back onto the path towards Marlbach, now proceeding quite a bit faster than you were on foot. Progressing into your second week of travel that night.
Damn it, Lord of Flowers, let me talk to you.
You can try. You can
Stop
certainly
ignoring my
try. You
calls.
can certainly try. that night, as you kind of there's a bit where like the forest breaks, and then there's a little bit a stretch of plains, and then you re-enter the forest again. That night, May, you no longer feel like you are struggling in your dreams. And I believe that is where we will call it for tonight. And we'll come back to it next week
What the heck?
on Wednesday.